Now, it's no secret that I have love for this franchise. There's no secret that I have been playing this franchise since 2014. Every DLC, every expansion that has come out for this game, I have got and owned. But today, I'm about to give my first review on this game in the history of my channel. Today is going to be the review of That Witch Queen expansion. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy X here, and I'm back with another video. Man, after days of grinding, I am finally back. I am finally back in the picture and stuff like that. I know it's been like a couple of days since I posted my last video, stuff like that. I recently uploaded my X recommends Horizon and stuff like that. I'm almost finished beating that game and stuff like that. Just give me a little more time, and then I can sit down and put my review together and my thoughts and stuff like that for that game. But this right here, this expansion, Destiny and stuff like that, has taken up majority of my time because I just love this expansion so much and stuff like that. And today, I know I said that I wasn't gonna do another video on it, but I just have to review it because I just beaten the campaign and stuff like that. I want to talk about it real quick. There's gonna be major spoilers in this and stuff like that. Yes, I know a lot of my reviews are spoiler free and stuff like that, but this one I had to talk about because there's some things in the story that I want to talk about and get off my chest and stuff like that. So if you don't want to be spoiled, and if you don't want to, have endings spoiled, here's your warning. It's on the thumbnail. It's right here. So click off this video right now. If you haven't played it, go play it, and then you can come back and watch me and stuff like that. But I'll be going over everything, what I like and what I don't like. It'll be different from my regular reviews and stuff like that. Probably similar, but probably different, but probably like a lot shorter and stuff like that. But if you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. It should be so much. Make sure that you hit that post notification bell so you get notified for every time I upload a video. And without further ado, this is the review of Destiny's 2 Witch Queen expansion. Alright, so it's story time and stuff. So the story in this and stuff, right off the bat, I love how we get in to see the darkness and stuff for the first time. This ancient being and stuff like that has been haunting us since Destiny 1, since the beginning of Destiny and stuff like that. This unknown entity and stuff like that is finally making the present node with the pyramid shit, stuff like that. But of course, before I get into that, which I actually like and stuff for that, let's talk about Savathun and why and what the story is, stuff like that. So I said it is spoilers. So Savathun, the whole premise is she's a badass hive god and stuff like that, and she has come and stuff like that, and she has taken the light and stuff like that, or is going to take the light. Basically, that the hive have ghosts now and stuff like that, and they can wield the light. Basically uses our supers against us, and if you kill them, they can just revive themselves if you don't crush their ghosts. That's basically what the story is. You go find Savathun, kill her, take the light back and stuff like that. Basically simple, straightforward. But in this and stuff like that, you got to see another version. Like, the lines between light and darkness are starting to like merge and stuff, and now it's to the point where we don't know what to believe. We don't know what to believe. And all this time we thought the traveler was, you know, this, you know, humanity saving grace, stuff like that. You know, it was our salvation, stuff like that. Turns out the traveler is just in here just to get anybody powers. It doesn't matter what race, what species, stuff like that. Anybody can get these powers. So the cutscene of Sabin through stuff like that, when she was going to the last city, and she said, "Hello, my old friend. I've been searching you for a long time." And you see the last city and the traveler, and then she dies and stuff like that, because, you know, at the end of season 15, Queen Marisa, you know, did an exorcism and, you know, separate her from her worm. Now, of course, the Hive needs, you know, the worm gods and the worms to stay alive and stuff like that. And to keep the worms alive and stuff, they have to, you know, but basically go on basically a blood trail, stuff like that, just killing anybody inside to feed the worm's hunger and stuff like that. But when she got, you know, when she removed her worm and stuff, she died. But Lord behold, we thought that she stole the light, it was some ritual, but no, the traveler chose her and stuff like that and gave her a ghost. So just seeing that, just that bombshell, stuff like that, just made everybody look at the traveler in a different light and stuff like that. Like the traveler doesn't pick sides and stuff like that, or who's worthy and stuff like that. The traveler picks anybody and stuff like that. So just seeing that, I was like, holy shit and stuff. This is massive and stuff. You know, can we trust the traveler? Are we against us, stuff like that? How many more races had it? Because the traveler has been on a lot of other planets before us, and has touched a lot of, you know, other, you know, colonies and stuff like that, and species and stuff. So it was just incredible to just to see that. And kudos to Bungie with the storytelling and stuff like that. Fantastic. This story is longer than the previous, but it just keeps you engaged if you're into Destiny's story and stuff like that, and the lore and the, you know, the lore behind it, which I am and stuff. But I just love now that we get into the to the climax, stuff like that. Something that we have been building for almost 10 years with this franchise. So I really want to see where it goes next, stuff like that. And we gotta talk about the ending before I move on. Seeing our first darkness enemy, the Witness and stuff. Now, yes, now you get this cutscene at the end of you know, we complete, you know, the campaign. It doesn't matter which, you know, mode that you play on. It could be the legendary mode or it could be the normal mode. You will get this cutscene at the end. So basically, when you Savin dies at the end of this adventure, which I didn't even know that was going to happen, because usually, like, the campaign bosses don't really die at the end of the campaign missions. They mostly you beat them once, and then they fly off, and then they go into their raid form. Like, it was like the same thing as Oryx and stuff like that. You know, you fight him in the campaign mission, and then he transcends to another realm, and you go in, and then, you know, and you go into the King's Fall raid and fight him there and stuff like that, and officially kill him and stuff like that. But I guess since we was in her throne world, which is the only way to kill a hive god, stuff like that, it makes sense, stuff like that. And at the end, when you do kill her, stuff like that, her ghost doesn't revive her. The ghost just vanish. So I'm like, where can he go, stuff like that? You know, I know what could come next. But back to the Witness, stuff like that. Of course, for a long time we've been speculating about what the darkness could be, stuff like that. And this right here just says, you know, some of the dialogue, stuff like that. No more life, no more death, stuff like that. Done playing games, stuff like that. They had eyes on us for the whole time, and just the design looks so cool. Like, This right here might be our biggest challenge and stuff like that. I know it's a game, stuff like that. You know, we're gonna go up against her, beat her, and stuff like that. But just seeing the darkness now actually making their presence known, stuff like that. I can't wait to see what they do in their Lightfall expansion coming up and stuff. You know, with it, it's just so many possibilities, stuff like that. I just love and stuff like that. And we see the cutscene. They have all the planets, stuff like that. That the traveler has visits. And I think that in the cutscenes, the witness is talking directly to the traveler, because if you know, the traveler and the darkness of the pyramid ships are enemies and stuff like that. You know, I guess that the traveler represents light, and they represent the other side, stuff like that. And their whole model is stuff like that. If a species can't survive, it shouldn't survive because it's not strong enough, stuff like that. So basically, their model is only the strongest could survive, stuff like that. You know, basically that survival of the fittest, stuff like that. Is eat or be eaten and stuff, and you know, they live by that model, stuff like that. And if your species is not doing that, they just wipe you out and stuff like that and start over. But just seeing, you know, that and stuff like that, like the darkness has a voice, and this witness has been controlling a lot of things for years and stuff like that. So I can't wait to see what comes up. We're finally about to go up against the darkness, stuff like that. So it's gonna be lit, stuff like that. I can't wait for their next expansion to see where the story goes, stuff like that. Even the season story, stuff like that, season 16 ties into it and stuff like that, which I'm playing right now and stuff. But you know, the story, fantastic and stuff like that. This is one of the best stories that Bungie has written and stuff like that. Even the Destiny 2, Destiny 1 campaign doesn't even come close, including, I would say, the Taken King. Now the Taken King and this is right up there with each other, but I had to give the story, you know, up a little bit, no, up a little more and stuff like that. That has that Taken King just a little bit and stuff. This is, if you love campaigns, stuff like that, you love the Destiny story, experience this campaign, stuff like that. It is fantastic. One of Bungie's best works and stuff like that to this date on a campaign and stuff. So Bungie, kudos to you, stuff like that. The story is fantastic and stuff. Can't wait to see where this goes, especially a lot of the plot points and stuff. So yeah, the story, it is great. Moving on to gameplay. Now, of course, the Destiny gameplay is basically is a looter shooter, stuff like that we all know. But the new elements that they added, the Void 3.0 and the crafting system. Now, I touched on the crafting system in my last video, but here I'm gonna talk about some more. So basically, you can craft weapons now in this thing called the Relic, and you unlock it like after like the second mission on and the expansion, stuff like that. So basically, you can craft weapons, stuff like that. But you can only craft these deep sight weapons, stuff like that. You know, the ones that drop had a little red border. Basically, you use those weapons and activities, you kill and you fill up that little bar, bam, you know, you extract the minerals, stuff like that, materials, and it gets added to your collection. Then you can go back and, you know, shape that weapon and re-roll it and stuff like that to, you know, any stats, you know, what you want and stuff like that. You can make it really your own, and then use that weapon to level it up and stuff like that and get more powerful and stuff like that. So it's really cool and stuff like that. I hope that they add more weapons and stuff, because I only like use like the shotgun, but I don't really use those weapons a lot. I just like when one drops, I complete it, take the materials, and then, you know, and then just scrap it, because, you know, yes, I could level up and stuff like that. I could unlock more talents, and the more weapon levels that you have, the more perks, stuff like that unlocks for that weapon, stuff like that. So, you know, very cool stuff like that. It gives you a unique feeling, stuff like that. You know, you can actually make a weapon that's yours, Hope that they add more other weapons to it, stuff like that. And they said that they would, stuff like that. But I guess now they're just trying it out and stuff like that. It does need to be tweaked because it does cost a lot of materials and stuff like that. And the drop rate for the deep side weapons are extremely low. Like, especially in that new activity, I think it's the 6-man activity. I think the will spring, stuff like that, it's extremely low, stuff like that. You might get one like every 2 hours, maybe that you want to get one at all, stuff like that, till the next day. So, you know, hopefully that they can fix that. But, you know, crafting as a whole, stuff like that, it's simple, stuff like that, and you can reshape your weapons. So let's say if you're going into a raid, and if you're going into a nightfall, a Grandmaster nightfall, stuff like that, and you want a specific perk and stuff like that, bam, go back, reshape it, stuff like that, put that perk on. It will cost you some materials, so just keep that in mind. Stuff like that is not cheap and stuff, but you know, it's worth it, and it just gives you more options and stuff like that. So, and if you don't like it, stuff like that, you don't have to use that and stuff like that. Just use your other weapons and stuff. But yeah. So on that front, the weapon customization is good and stuff. You know, I do recommend it and stuff like that. They also give you like a brief tutorial on it, so you know, so it just teaches you how to do that. Make sure that you look at that tutorial and stuff like that, because you're gonna need it and stuff. Now, Void 3.0. If you're not using Void right now and stuff like that, it is really OP, stuff like that. And I mostly play as Hunter. I only have one character, is a Hunter class, stuff like that. I'm not into Titan and Warlock because I can't do all that stuff like level 3 characters. A lot of people have 3 characters. I'm day 1 Hunter and stuff like that. You know, I had Hunter since Destiny 1 all the way up until now. So, but the Night Stalker has always been one of my favorite supers. Number 1, the ad clearer and the perk, stuff like that. But now they made it so much better. Not only can you make builds with your, you know, exotic gear and stuff like that, or armor and stuff like that, you can, you know, do more damage to targets, go invisible longer and stuff like that. You know, now they changed it where it kind of functions like stasis. Basically, you have artifacts and fragments. Now, fragments and stuff like that are different perks, stuff like that. You know, so basically, void kills makes targets explode, or make your void grenades last no longer. Just adds to that customization, stuff like that, to make your subclass feel like it's your own and stuff like that. So I love it. I've been seeing a lot of builds on YouTube and stuff like that, and I have one of my own and stuff that I use, because I did complete the campaign on normal and legendary mode and stuff like that. Yes sir, I did, and that was solo and stuff. So yeah, you know, it was tough, but you know, I did it and stuff like that. I got all the exotics and stuff. Yeah, but the Void 3.0, I'm really enjoying and stuff. You know, it's really, you know, refreshing. Now they did say that Arc and Solar will begin, you know, the same treatment, because Arc, I really don't use as subclass. I used to use Arc a lot in Destiny 1 and stuff like that, and maybe Destiny 2 when it first came out, but it was always Void. It was always the Night Stalker or the Solar and stuff like that. So I know, so I wanted to see, you know, them get, especially Arc, to get the same treatments, so that people can use, you know, the other subclasses and stuff like that. But basically stuff, that's the gameplay and stuff. Of course, fantastic, more customization, more options, stuff like that. You know, basically there's more activities, more choices. You know, you have the legendary campaign, new activities, quests and stuff. So much to do and stuff like that, and so much grind, and you have the raid coming up and stuff like that if you're gonna, you know, do that activity. And yeah, so yes, of course, I'm not gonna do a graphics category, because you know, the Destiny is Destiny and stuff like that. The game looks great and stuff, but of course it's not into like and stuff like that. But of course the location and stuff like that is nice and stuff, including Sabbathu's throne world, stuff like that. Very nice. Of course, classic Bungie and stuff like that. They always nail their trailers, music, and locations, stuff like that, and gunplay. So yeah, but with all that being said, at the end and stuff like that, what tier do I give this expansion DLC and stuff like that? Let's find out. I'm giving Destiny 2 the Witch Queen expansion and a masterpiece tier. Like, listen, calm down, everybody. Calm down. Shh, bring it down. Bring it down. I know. What? You're kidding me? This game gets their first masterpiece tier. What about Horizon? What about stuff like that? I know it is coming and stuff like that, but I just have to do with stuff like that because this expansion really blew me away, stuff like that. I was basically, trying to see amazing that masterpiece, stuff like that, but it deserves that masterpiece tier, stuff like that. This is one of the best Destiny expansions to this day since the Taken King and stuff like that, in my opinion. And this is where they're going with it and stuff like that. Bungie, you right knocked out the park, stuff like that. I can't wait to see where this goes, stuff like that. So that's why it deserves the highest thing, because any lower stuff like that will do it unjustice. Now it does have its flaws and stuff like that, the material stuff like that you need, stuff like that, and stuff. Of course, I'm not gonna play about the grind because the grind is part of Destiny and stuff like that. If you love grinding for loot and stuff like that, it is this. If you hate grinding for gear and stuff like that, then this is not the game for you and stuff like that. But to me, that's not a critique for this game. It's part of the game and stuff like that. Basically completing these quests and getting these epic exotic weapons and stuff like that. But basically, yes, this mission is a masterpiece here, stuff like that. Comment down below. What do you guys think about the Witch Queen? Are you enjoying it? Are you liking it? Stuff like that. And what do you rate this expansion, stuff like that, in your own words and stuff like that? If you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Make sure you check out so much. Stay tuned for my Horizon review coming out really soon and stuff like that. And until next time, guys, take it easy. Peace.